Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Should I just disappear? Should I just where do we go? Please,
She ain't texting the week from watching Sex in the City. We sipping sex on the beach. And shorty pushed the Lexus, the Jeep, and when the night went young, they spent the rest at Philippe. And shorty got impressive physique, Louis Vuitton shoes, her dress is petite. And as her body rests in the sheets, I'm out getting this money. I'm so stressed on the street now. I get no neck if we beef. Confrontation can easily turn into F you and leave. She put too much trust into me, but she attached to my little cousins Alexis and T. And we could be like Jay-Z and B. Shit is so crazy to me. So crazy.
Should I just disappear? Should I? Where do we go from here?
Yeah,
Where
sure.
do we
So
go?
hard. Yeah.
Should I just disappear?
What it do? What it do? Welcome to We in the World TV. I'm your host with the most to say, Ralph the Mouth. You already know. Today we got a little show. Gonna have some people on the panel, and we're gonna talk about what's I seen a show on another podcast, and I seen a guy say something to a woman, and we're gonna talk about that today, and we're gonna talk about what's the value of a woman, basically, basically like that. It's like an open discussion, and I'm gonna add people on the panel, and we're gonna have an open discussion about that, and I'll tell you more of what I've seen, and so on, and you'll get my drift. You know what I'm saying? Ralph the Mouth. You already know. Yeah, I see I got somebody here already. Just added who that is. What up?
What's good? What's good? Thanks for having me.
Welcome to We in the World TV, man. What's going on? Introduce yourself to the people.
It's your boy Casino from Rockland County.
Okay, what's going on? So you know the topic for the day. You know what I'm saying? Open discussion. I'm gonna wait till some more people come in. You know what I mean? We can freestyle a little bit, not too much, because I wanted to I don't want to drain it out. But so we're gonna have some females are gonna come on, and we're gonna have an open discussion on like what the terminology. It goes both ways to me, but we're gonna focus on the women right now at first. What the value of a woman is, basically. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. I understand certain concepts, certain realities that people have to face relationship-wise. You feel me? Like where you stand at as a person and what you know what I mean? What you are, what you get, basically. You know what I'm saying? Match the same energy. If that sounds, you know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
But when the women come in, we'll chime in. But what's up with you though, man? Talk about it. How you have any? We can chop it up. What's up?
Where you want to get at? Where you want to get into it at? Where you want to start?
I'm gonna wait for the females, but you might have a little little input. We talked a little bit.
No, there's definitely like value, man. Value is definitely like, you know what I'm saying? Value can go up or go down in a female. That's without a doubt.
I don't necessarily say I can't go with the value up or down thing. That's the thing that's killing me. You feel me? I'm gonna be honest. That's where I'm lost at, due to the fact that maybe to that person's and to that person, yeah, that's not for you, basically. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying value, how about that's not for you? Because to somebody,
check it out. I'm gonna start off with this, right?
Okay.
This is gonna go over a lot of people's heads.
Okay.
Yo, Jim, I know somebody right now, they got a Rolls Royce for sale. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, they only drove it 5 times. Okay? It's still valuable. But at the end of the day, it lost value. You know what I'm saying? It's still valuable, but it lost value. You still want it?
Okay, listen. It lost value in what? Price, ability? Like what value did it lose?
It lost price.
Okay, but to that person, right? To the person that has it, it lost value, right?
But still valuable.
It's still valuable. So, but to somebody else, that's what I'm saying. To that person and to that person that got the Lamborghini, I understand what you're saying. But and we're talking about a car here right now. There's a difference between like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We're talking about cars here now. We're talking about women and
Yeah.
cars. So I don't want to really do that comparison, to be honest. That's like, okay, I work with it right now. You feel me? I work with it, but the car still has value, right? To somebody, else, that car is the best. Still,
it's valuable to somebody, but don't forget, it still lost value
in money wise, right? We talk, Okay, we lost a bitch. We'll be back, folks. Right off the mouth. We'll get heated up in here. I see. You know, I love the heat. Yo, anybody want to join the panel? Yo, I'm down. You know what I mean? I'll give you the link. I shouldn't be leaving the link on the top some more, but like, subscribe, share the live, folks. You know what I'm saying? What it do is do. I'm waiting till my man come back. Let the throw a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Before we go. Here we go. Okay, what? We back. I understand what you're saying. The car loses value, and you know what I mean, soon as it gets off the lot, if you want to get technical. Even if somebody would have drove it one time, if you want to bring a car in. So we're trying to say somebody used the car one time, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was if you want to compare it to a female, somebody a female has been with one dude. Like, what you know what I'm saying? That value is up or down. That's high up, right? If you want to get technical,
but now at least we can consider that though. You could put that in consideration that something could be valuable.
Okay,
if it lose value, but still be valuable.
I'm saying you brought that in. I'm just trying to work with it, but I'm saying if a female was with one dude, you know, like a car, you know what I'm saying? We're doing a comparison thing, and a dude finds that out and he's talking to her. That value is like, you know what I mean? We dudes now, we men now, guys. We men now, right? We talk to a female, and she tells me, I've only been with one guy, and come on, man. You know what I mean? And she's been off the lot, right?
If she's lying about that, her value gonna go way down.
Oh God.
I find out the opposite. That value went way down. Like, you know what I'm saying? That stock done crashed.
Listen, but you got Carfax, man.
Yeah. In the streets, people talk. You got Carfax. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something crazy, right? A lot of people never think about. Yo, you know a girl, right? She could live in a certain neighborhood, right? Close, tight-knit neighborhood, right? She could sleep with only 3 guys her whole life, right? The dude she's talking to, if in his world he could see, like, you know, 3 people that hit it, a dude could be like, yo, she's a hoe, and she's not even a hoe, but it's the appearance of it. It's just like how somebody can have 100 pair of Jordans, right? They're wasting their time on 100 pair of Jordans, and nobody's going to tell the difference. Then you got a guy who only has maybe 10 pair of Jordans. But when you rotate it, right, you guys made the same effect. The guy with the 100 Jordans did nothing. So, like, when you talk about a female, right, you know what I'm saying? A dude, it's what people, you know what I'm saying, perceive. So, like, it's their perception. So, like, I can see a girl, and, you know what I'm saying, she only been with 3 guys, but it's just like, I just happen to know 3 guys. It's in a small world. So to me, it seems like, yo, she slept with so many dudes. No, it's only 3 that you heard of. To you, you've made it more than that.
But that's like you said. You just said what it was. It's the guy's. It's his vision on her. Meanwhile, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? That's just him. That's on him more than her. She's really. Not, you know what I mean? 3 bodies. You know, if you want to talk about body count, that's, you know, guys love to hear low body counts. If you want to get
Zim, I'm gonna tell you something. Yo, when I was younger, I had a homeboy when I went to high school with, right? Dude from Camden, New Jersey, right? Mm-hmm. Yo, I remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was young, like, I was like calling girls a whore for like, oh, she been with like 7 dudes or whatever, right? And my boy used to tell me, he used to be like, yo, bro, you crazy? She's a female. Like, she's supposed to be with a lot of dudes. Like, what kind of grown-ass woman ain't been? And then as I get older, I start to realize it, because you got to put yourself in perspective. Like, how many times have you messed with a girl and you didn't take it where she wanted? You know what I'm saying? And she had good intentions, but you kept it moving, and the next guy's doing the same thing or whatever. And just with time, like, a female's going to have a lot of dudes over a while. Like, it's how you carry yourself.
That's how and that's how, like, as men too, that's how we learn what's good for us and what's bad for us through trying.
I used to cancel girls on that. Like, yo, I used to be like,
yeah,
like, no way.
As I'm getting older and wiser, to be honest, I am definitely shying away from calling women whores and Because sometimes, to be honest, like there's women that we see going through certain things, doing certain things in the hood. Those are really rape victims. If you really want to be honest, those are rape victims.
Yeah.
If you want to get technical. You know what I'm saying? Like something happened to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they really like, you know what I mean? They're not just doing that because they just want to be a certain way with guys. Like for real, let's be honest here. So
and
now,
that's my thing, Zim. I want to say, like,
when you have that type of knowledge, that's why you have to erase the word. That's why you have to think twice. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Like it's not easy for me. Sometimes I go back. I might see a girl. I'm like, look at this hole. But you don't even know her, bro. Like that's you just going by a shoe or she twerked. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Yeah. And you're dead wrong.
Yo, real quick. Not to sidetrack, what you think about that T.I. shit going on right now?
What's going on?
T.I.?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, right now, T.I. and Tiny, they're facing charges and all that, and they're facing cancel culture, everything. The whole gang stopped fucking with them. They said they're swingers and that they've been drugging underage girls and fucking raping underage girls for years.
Well, yeah, I heard about that, but I didn't know it's getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So some more that rabbit hole is deep. You jump in that rabbit hole, you break your ankles. That shit is deep. That rabbit hole they dug. Was he on the list?
Which list?
Like they used to have a list for like celebrities who was in the pedophile rings and.
Oh, you know something? I'm gonna tell you something with that conspiracy. Yo, that conspiracy is nasty. You know why? Because you gotta remember, you're up and coming. I'm up and coming. And this is the stuff that we're gonna face coming up in the future. And it's like, yo, bro, I think them conspiracies like are so far fetched, bro. And it's like you could easily fall into that. Somebody put you into that. Like they said, Oprah was on house arrest with a house arrest ankle bracelet. Obama, Ellen DeGeneres. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Like you gonna tell me Oprah? And I'm saying Obama right now. Like, come on, but Obama's talking mad shit about Trump. And they say Trump's doing all these secret operations and stuff like that. Round up these guys on house arrest. I'm like, nah, that's too far fetched, man.
It's definitely.
I'll say right now, that's a good thing to be a pedophile. And I want to say this right now. I want to tell people, yo, anybody who touches little kids, anybody who rapes a female, shit like that, yo, that's one of the worst shit you ever do because the type of pain that you putting on like that person that they're gonna go through in their head is crazy. Like one thing I always tell people is like, yo, bro, victimizing females is fucking crazy. These dudes out here doing shit like that. I should even sharing shit like, for instance, I'll be hanging out with some people and shit like that. A girl be drunk and I'll be like, yo, bro, look, this is the rules of the game. Well, my rules of the game. If everybody knows liquor gonna make everybody want to get open a little bit. Okay, we know female too, but yo, bro, at the end of the day, if a girl's drinking and you know this female's like drunk to the point where she not gonna remember and shit like that, like the dude's just taking advantage of that shit. It's like even if she wakes up and just doesn't really give a fuck, it's like, yo, bro, you're tripping, like, you know what I mean?
But that's sometimes that all comes up to me per se. A lot of times it'd be like upbringing and just teaching young boys about the, you know what I mean, the value of a woman. Because if you want to go use the word value here and there, because if you listen to the music is definitely not glorifying treating women properly.
It's not.
So on. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when people think that doesn't, because you could talk to these young boys, like you could talk to a young boy. I got young teens. So I could talk to my son and he might repeat something in the song like, come on, Dad, I don't fuck with them hoes. But if I'm not there,
my nephew signed, you know what I'm saying? My nephew signed to a big label and shit like that. So
you know what I'm saying? If I'm not there as a father to tell him like, nah, listen, that song right there, and I school him like the proper way to listen to the song. Like I understand he likes the lyrics, like it's like action movie. Sometimes you have to look at it like that. Some people really love to watch action movies and shootings, and they love that. You know what I'm saying? But they know the action movie. Maybe when you're young and you're a little kid and you might really think he jumped off the 12-story building and didn't break his leg, you're like, wow, this guy's a super.
The problem is this, right? The thing is this. Yo, people want to know where the violence is coming from right now, bro. Let's be realistic. You know where the violence is coming from? It's people listening to music. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the music at all, but these kids don't know the difference between reality and music. So it's like these kids are getting out there and now they're watching the artists like, all right, this is the new thing to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to beef on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I want to beef in the music. I want to make fun of you, disrespect you when this and that happens. And I'm telling you, this shit is getting dirty and the streets is getting crazy across the whole fucking map. The streets is getting crazy. And I want to tell you something about the music, right? Yo, one thing I don't like with the labels, this is why I try to teach people, like, yo, look, man, we got to take, as black people, we got to take music back for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is ours. Like, you don't make a product and let somebody else make all the money off of it, make more money than you, and then you're broke because at the end of the day, these rappers are broke. But see, this is what I don't like. Yo, let's take drill music, right? Yo, anybody ever peep in drill music? Whichever side gets on first, right? Whichever side gets on first, the other side is not, they're not getting the deals. And if they do get the deals, they're getting blackballed. So it's like the labels, and let's be real. The labels are white people. The labels are the ones who are creating the op, and the op will never get a chance. Just always look at drill music from Chicago to here. Whichever side gets on first, their career go like this. The ops is never going to get on like that. Now, there's people dying over this, and you don't think that the labels, you know what I'm saying, don't like that? Like, oh, so-and-so died, so this is something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? This brings the attention that the artists need and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And these white folks, they're not going home to that shit. They're not going to have somebody in their family get killed and shit like that. You feel me? Don't get it twisted. I listen to drill music. But my thing is this, like, you know what I'm saying? These kids listening to drill music like, bro, that's these people who rap about, that's their reality. It's not yours. You got kids that are dying to hop off the porch. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, like, you know what? You ain't nobody. You're nobody. You ain't hop off the porch unless you got an op. And people understand this. Certain words is actually creating like a spell. And I'm not saying a spell like real witchcraft, but you know what I'm saying? Like that word op, 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 op. You keep hearing that, and that's creating a spell.
Planting, it's kind of like you're already planting the beef seed, kind of like before the kid even gets to a certain age, he already has to beef with somebody, you know what I mean, in their brain. This is exactly why. Now we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to track now. This is exactly why I'm doing this show, because like I said, there's a dude that did a show, and he told a 27-year-old young woman, right? He told a 27-year-old woman with no child. And I'm not excluding any women with child doing this, but I'm just going on this one right here that I picked first, and we can go on any other. But he's picked a 27-year-old woman with no kids, right? On the right path, you know what I'm saying? On the right path, such and such, such and such. And he told her as she gets older, she loses value. There's young men that would see this and actually believe him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went viral. Like, there's a young man who's like, yeah, man. Like, but meanwhile, the truth of the matter is, as a woman gets older, and if she is still in a situation that she didn't allow herself to have any children yet, she got her career straight first. She crossed her T's and dotted her I's in life, which she wanted to, had her fun, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And a man meets her. A man meets her. What is that to a man?
All right, I'm gonna give you a double sword on that.
Okay.
That comment he said, I disagree with it, because me personally, that's my perfect target right there. You know what I'm saying? Nice young 27-year-old woman. I'm saying she's getting into her maturity and stuff like that, and she got shit going on. So it's like, that's actually, like, to me, it's like gold. But women, I do feel, lose a lot of value as they get older. But that's a 27-year-old girl. She's young. So for him to say that, I don't agree with him at all.
Even as she gets older, if she's 30, 31, 32, 33, where's the value lost? Like, she could still procreate, her money right, and we talk about black women now. Black on crack, she still looks great. Like, what about in value?
I remember women. A lot of things with women is physical. So men, when it comes to like men look at more of the appearance, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, men is more like the attraction and stuff like that. So the desirability, she's losing her desirability. As the years are going up, her desirability is going down crazy. That type of value.
I guess, you see, that's why sometimes I wanted to bring other women. I guess sometimes that's why I be like, I don't see that. I see, even if a woman is older, even if she's older, I don't see because like I said, I was talking before, even if to who she's not, like if she has her standards up, everything is correct in her position, like she has her value up, she did it for herself, right? She built herself, even if she's 40. Even if she's 40 and has 2 kids, to somebody, that value is way up. Now, if you talk about somebody who's 20, 28, and they looking for kids and she's not, of course, that's not value. You're in the wrong lane.
All right, I'm gonna tell you this, Zim. See what you just said. You said 42, right? And got 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Already in her head, she's already feeling insecure about it. You know why she's feeling insecure about it? You know why she's feeling insecure about it? Because her assumptions are right. Bro, her value, she lost a lot of value. 42 years old, 2 kids. Like, so what man are you looking for? She's probably looking for a man who got the same thing going on, but even men with the same thing with her, men and women are different. Men with the same thing with her might be like, that's baggage, but like he got the same exact baggage.
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense. That's what I'm trying to get at. Next, what I'm trying to get at?
It's like, yo, bro, it's like a gangster, right? Who's wild and crazy. That you be like, yo, I don't want to bro, that's wild and crazy. Just some people got the same baggage. But like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the same baggage you have.
All I'm trying to get at is
gonna say I'm a man, it's different. That's what I'm gonna say.
All I'm getting at is because I know women that got young women who got 2 kids, and the men that they're with is they still with good dudes. Some of these dudes don't have kids. And they're doing that thing. To that man right there, that's value. You see what I'm trying to get at?
Break something down to you.
Some other dude that would listen to him, they would listen to that other homie, right? They listen to him, and the other homie would be like, "Well, the girl is 20 with all those kids. That's no value." And somebody might believe that. Break it down.
Check this out, man.
Let's go.
There's a lot of men out there who wasn't able to be in their child's life and raise their child the way they want to. There's a lot of men as they get older, right? They want to create a family. They want to do what they couldn't do in the past. So you'll see a lot of men who be like, yo, this dude was never really in his kid's life. But now all of a sudden, this dude's like 45 years old. He's got a brand new woman making kids. And guess what? You know what I'm saying? With a lot of females, a lot of dudes, chances are they're going to look for something a little young to make a child with. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of dudes out there that are trying to make up that family that they never had. And like, you know what I'm saying? The kids might even look at it like, yo, hold on, like, the fuck, like, this dude like wasn't like that for me.
I just go by when you do that, you got to go by. It's just like sometimes when people be arguing, people would say like a female she's not doing much in life, right? She didn't raise her own bar. You know what I mean? She didn't raise her own bar in life, and she's demanding a high bar. You know what I'm saying? And it goes for dudes. It goes for dudes. Dudes ain't doing this thing, and he's talking about he don't deal with this type of female, and you're not even built like that type of dude, kind of. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's called match your vibe, match your energy, stay in your lane, whatever you want to call it, right? So I get that part, right? But that's what I'm trying to get at. Isn't that on the person? Instead of somebody telling me, or this dude getting on his show and telling some female that you don't have better, that's that person that should know. You know what I'm saying? Value by the way they put themselves in life. You know what I'm saying? Where they put themselves, they should have a standard that should know that, you know what I'm saying? Realistically, they should realistically know what the hell is in front of them and where they stand. It's like me, for example. I was a toxic dude, right? So what do? I take a step back, right? Yeah. Now that I'm older and wiser, I said, yo, Zim, stay out of that lane right there. You know what I'm saying? Even though she's still of value, but to me, no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Zim, if you wanted to have kids tomorrow and start a family, right?
Okay.
Where's your target at?
My target would be a woman who can procreate and be a good mother. Like I'm older now, bro. Like, you know, I'm older, right? I got kids. I'm already established with that. So I wouldn't be looking for that.
You're looking for something that's valuable to you.
My valuable wouldn't be procreation. If you want to use the word valuable.
But if you know what I'm saying, is like, yo, let's paint the scenario that you're trying to have kids right now. You want to find a chicken? It will at least be a woman that can procreate. Like that would be the number one thing. Because a woman who can't would be valuable to you.
Yes.
Yeah. So she would lose value.
If she couldn't procreate, and I'm looking for a woman to procreate, yes, to me. But then she'll be valuable to a man that doesn't want a woman to procreate. Like that's the one he wants, and they go up in life, and they chilling, they partying, they traveling, getting money, and everything is right. What happened?
That's why I said that about the car. You didn't realize why I said that about the car in the beginning? I told you that car. Yes, that car still has value, but it lost a lot of value. Remember what I said the first scenario I gave you, and this is what you got to understand. That at the end of the day, to certain people, that car lost a lot of value. So she's not going to be valuable to everybody. And there's going to be a lot that she's not valuable, and for that particular reason, that her age and her children.
It's like the car, though, but it's not a value thing. It's just where I'm looking at it, like where the person. I'm just going to stick to that. Is where the person actually has themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like as a person, for them to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like where are you at as a person? You know what I mean? You can't just have somebody telling you like, yo, you're 27. As you get older. You don't have like what? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like you have that. That's why I'm trying to draw the line. Because I used to watch the guy in the beginning, right? Mm-hmm. I thought it was funny, and thought I was funny sometimes, especially when the female going. I'm like, yo, you asked for it. You called, and you know what I mean. You asked, and there was time that he gave like a certain thing, like a percentage chart. He gave a percentage chart as far as like he says, oh, certain amount of men don't make six figures, and that's a small percentage. Da 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 da. So you loosen your chances, you lessen your chances of finding a certain man at that. So I get that part. That's realistic. That if that's the real statistics and that's how the numbers is, and they did whatever they had to do to figure it out, and that's the truth. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But the action, you know what I'm saying? Because there's women, you know what I mean. You might aim for the stars too much and don't see what's right in front of you. I get
Zim,
that.
I want to ask you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you prefer, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Would you prefer a woman your age or a woman way younger than you?
Not way younger.
You're looking for a female right now.
If I was looking for a female, it can't be way young because of where my brain is at right now. I'm not here to be playing teacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Even
so
if
you might not be looking for a 25-year-old, but you might say, you know what? This girl who's in her late 40s is more ideal than this. I mean, this girl in her more ideal than this girl in her late 40s.
If I talk to her, and because you gotta realize, like you said, I'm looking for something older, right? So I'm mental now. I'm at an age of teaching, bro. I'm not at age. I'm an OG, right? I don't want to be the OG that's going to blood niggas in, or no disrespect to anybody who does it. That's them. But I don't want to be that OG. I want an OG that's dropping the knowledge now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do with my OG status.
You're at a settle down age, so at the end of the day, since you're at a settle down age, you can't. So now you know you can't. I know why out there being distracted.
I know why I sit at. I definitely know why I sit at. Realistically, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But if I was looking for a woman, it would be a woman that I could mentally link with first, and too young would be at me always being at some form of teaching age, and I don't want to be that. You know, even though you do want to learn off each other and this, that, and the third, but I'd rather be at a flow type thing instead of a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the thing that he said, it makes no sense, because a woman of that age, right? If a man, dude, brag about that, right? There'd be a dude like you said, it's perfect for you. That's not even for you. Even if it was a younger dude, he'd be bragging about that. Even if it was a younger dude that's getting money and he bumped into a woman that's 30 plus, and let's give her, even if you give her 2 kids and she's still keeps herself up, we're going to bring up physical if y'all want to add that in. She still keeps herself up, getting money. A younger dude, they brag about that, right? You see them like, yo, I got this check. Like, that's what I'm saying. So when he says that, it's like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's like saying strippers. Yeah. Even strippers have like, if you want to use the value thing, you gotta say a stripper doesn't have value. Like, if you want to get technical, there's men who's getting money that's throwing money at them, millionaires. Yeah. Right? And some of them have 2 or 3 kids at the house. Above 25, they're stripping to 30 and some change. They're probably the ones that's getting the most money, the 30 plus.
Yeah. Well, yeah, people make more money as they get older, man, especially men. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, with men, like when we start reaching like 35 or 40, like our money is way higher than it was, you know what I'm saying, when we were like 25, 30, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess but you gotta understand. Like, listen, when you reach to, like I said, when you reach to a certain age, like you gotta use your like. Listen, I'm not here to knock anybody hustle, not do you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that's not the objective. The objective is if you're gonna put out a certain information, sometimes it just might be a little, it might be a little too much now, man. So it's like if you want to put that in the air, Ralph the Mouth will put this out in the air. You know what I'm saying? We in the world too, we put this out in the air. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I seen it. And I'm not into that combative thing. If you look at all my shows are basically knowledge, bring people on for different perspectives. I bought the dog shows, so I'm not into the, you know what I mean, like the basic. You know what I'm saying? Like
I like a good debate. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to kill each other and nothing like that. You feel me?
I'm not even into like the celebrity gossip 100. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'll do it if it's a certain topic and I like it. I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I will do more, to be honest. Don't get it twisted. I will do more, but I kind of like this. You know what I'm saying? I like this. I like talking about things that just make people think. Good seeds, plant good seeds instead of bad seeds.
Yeah.
Like I did the show with Black Rambo, right? And the reason why I did the show with Black Rambo because you have young black dudes, like they're in the hoods, so they're gonna have a hood mentality because they're hanging out with their homie. They might not do nothing. Yeah. Like you got homies in the hood that be like they're in the hood. They ain't really doing nothing in the hood. You know that they're not doing no crime. They're not doing nothing. They just hanging out with hood niggas and they're in the hood, or they might have a hood mother and this, that, and the third. So that's what they say by the meaning of hood. And they'll get a gun because they're in their environment and they have no felonies, brother. Like you have no felony when you can easily go get the paperwork. So it's time to put that type of knowledge out, like because you're gonna have one that doesn't want a gun. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna get it right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of show that I want. I want a dog breeding to let people know there's dog breeders out there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I see the females didn't come today. See?
They ain't show up. It's raining outside.
It's all good. It's all good. We having a good one. Listen, the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? I can't. The show must go on, and you know what I mean. We can switch it up all day. This is, you know what I mean. If they pop up, we'll come back. You know what I'm saying? But that was what I really want to chime in on, and just get that out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We can go on my Knicks. You know what I'm saying? We can go on my Knicks a little bit for 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You see how my Knicks is looking? What place we in right now? The Knicks.
I'm not even sure.
We looking real good right now.
I've been keeping up.
You know what I'm saying? We could do whatever. You got anything you want to chop it up about? You got something for me?
Let's see. Let's see what we want to get into right now. Yo, you know what it is, bro? Yo, I got this thing really, like, you know what I'm saying, with black folks. My main thing is, you know what I'm saying, I got this saying, it's called the Black Promise. And the Black Promise with me is that black folks will promise to stay independent, cut the middleman out as much as you can, and keep that promise that you're going to strive with us all together to try to start taking over billion-dollar industries and stuff like that.
That's, listen, you know, stuff, when we talk about that, that's it's all across the board when it comes to black folks of coming together, because, you know, I'm Haitian, so even we have big problems going on in Haiti right now, and I wasn't born there, but I feel the pain as far as seeing it. It's disgusting to me. I hate it. You know what I mean? I feel bad. It hurts, and so on and so on. It's just not a good look.
Look at YouTube, right? But YouTube right now, 1 million views. 1 million views ain't gonna pay you much money. I don't even think 1 million. I think 1 million views right now pays like, I don't even think it pays $1,000 right now, bro. Same thing with streaming music. 1 million streams pays you like a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? It's like on like Spotify and stuff like that. And the crazy part is like, yo, bro, we come up with the product. Like, for instance, let's look at black music, right? This is your music, your art form, your product, right? You make it every day. You know what I'm saying? And now somebody else is getting rich off of it. Something that's yours. That's like a Chinese person going around the hood doing African braid. You'd be like, how's she doing African braid? You're not braiding my hair. You're not doing it. Like, this is mine, not yours. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just crazy. Like, how we get to this where, like, something that's yours. That's like, oh, that's another thing I want to mention too about the Asians and stuff like that. Yo, bro, this violence against Asian people is stupid. Like you've been keeping up with what's going on with people beating up Asians?
I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is listen. This is America. Like, I'm just not shocked when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, this in this country, because since I grew up in such a, you know what I'm saying, in America. So when I see it, it's like, damn, it's like we keep adding to it and just keep going.
It's like us beating up white people saying, yo, you started oppression. So it's like, you know, if we did what you doing to Asians, then we go crazy and start like attacking white people. Like, it's just crazy, this whole attacking Asians. Your camera, okay, oh, you're back.
It's definitely a terrible look, man. I don't, but listen, sometimes the reason why I'm not up to date, I don't even be watching the news on it. I seen it yesterday when I was walking past in the kitchen. I kind of seen it. So I was like, wow. And then I heard, because somebody, when I was in Clubhouse, I be in Clubhouse too sometimes. So when I was in there, I heard somebody say something about Georgia and Asians. I didn't have no idea. Then I seen CNN.
Yeah, what happened was there was a dude, he went into a few massage parlors and stuff like that, Asian massage parlors, and he was just gunning Asians down. And this is all stemming from people feeling that, like, you know, oh, well, China, the virus started in China, and oh, they brought it over here, or whatever their perception is of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say what I feel it is, but like there's people out there like beating the dog shit out of Chinese people, bro.
It's terrible.
Yeah, like women and all that shit, like just start pounding women out. Like,
that's terrible, man. Yo, that's terrible, man. That's bad. It's bad for everybody, to be honest. It ain't just them, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just them. It's not just them. It's everybody. It's just this country is really on some divide and conquer. We all beefing with each other under the same. You know what I mean? So it's not just them. They you know, if you want to get technical, they've been going through it too. So they've been going through it. To be honest, they have been going through it. You know what I mean? Even though they're superpower now and all that, but
Zim, I remember before we spoke about the cryptocurrencies, man. Yeah. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, you know, stuff like that.
I spread the word. You know, some people caught on late.
Yo, the money is crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I like too? That I'm starting to see now. I'm starting to like, yo, it's becoming popular. This whole thing with black folks and Forex. And it's like black folks. It's becoming trendy. And now you see black folks are starting to get into this trend with the Forex and stuff like that. And now they're starting to see how, you know what I'm saying, like how for many years people were making money, you know what I'm saying, through assets, you know what I'm saying, instead of all these liabilities and shit like that. Like, for instance, the other day I was telling somebody, I'm like, yo, look, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you get a stimulus and then I get a stimulus. And it's like, okay, you could take that stimulus, you could buy a pair of Jordans, you could buy a pair of rims, and now the money is gone. But me, I'd rather take that whole thing and buy a cryptocurrency that I know in anywhere from 1 month to 2 months from now could go from triple to 10 times its value. So it's like, you give me 1,000, I give you 1,000. You say, yo, I'm gonna go get me some rims, I'm gonna give you some Jordans. And I say, okay, cool. I'm gonna take the same amount of money and I'm gonna buy this. Now you spent $1,000 on that stuff that you spent on, and now that's gone. And meanwhile, I spent $1,000 on something that made me $10,000 or $20,000. So now, when I'm done doing that, I can come back to you like, yo, I'm gonna get the rims and Jordans you got, and I got all this money left over because I understood the concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, black people are so scared. This is my problem. Black people are so scared to spend money to make money. They look at it like
it's not. I can't. We can't go on base. You know what it is? When you have no listen. If somebody can't swim, you throw them in the pool. They're scared, right? Because they have no knowledge of swimming. It's not that they're scared. They have no knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But so if you just throw them in the pool, they're gonna be scared. But if you introduce them to the correction to the pool, they're not gonna be scared. So it's not like when they're fear, they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like when you bring it up to them, if you bring it up to anybody, white or black, if you bring it up to them, and you be like, and they never heard about it, and you bring it up to them, that's not a fear. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what you talking about? And then you start telling them, yo, you gotta take your money, right?
All right, Zim. My dad came here.
Hold on 2 seconds. Hold on. Listen to what you're telling somebody that doesn't know. You got to take your money, put it in here. It's going to grow. They don't even understand the concept of putting the money in and growing. They start thinking of scams. And so you trying to get.
Not just that though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I'm going to tell you something my dad taught me a long time ago. But first, I'm going to put you on to like a little backstory of my dad, right? My pops came from Mississippi. My dad was around during the times of Emmett Till. So you know what he went through down there and stuff like that. And you know his life was on the line just being black. My dad came here, 3rd grade, couldn't read, couldn't write. You know what I'm saying? My dad had a pick and a shovel. It was in Rockland County. You know what I'm saying? You talk to a lot of people in Rockland County and be like, yeah, I know Otis. He brought so-and-so up here from the South. He brought my grandma up here from the South. My dad had a pick and a shovel, digging up people's lawns, raking it, and planting seeds. Next thing you know, he had the idea in his head that, you know what? I'm going to take the money I got, bought a pickup truck, a dump truck, a dirt screener, bought a couple of houses, bought this, bought that, bought this. And my dad taught me a long time ago, like, yo, bro, you got a lot of dudes out there, right? Like, you got a dude out there who they want to make a little bit of money. Like, somebody might be like, yo, I want to be a landscaper, but you won't buy a truck, bro. You won't buy a truck that you know that you know specific people that you know you're confident. People be confident. No, like they know in their head, like they're confident. 100% like I could do it. I know I'll make the money back, but scared to do it. You scared to get a truck. That truck is gonna make you, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll make that money from that truck back in a matter of like 3 months, or it depending on like, you know what I'm saying? Like you might make it back in a month.
Yeah, but like that all falls with the knowledge of being taught, because I know for a fact, like it's like for example, if I use myself as an example, when I was younger and somebody would have bought that to me, if I don't know, I'm thinking they crazy. Sometimes somebody will tell you, if somebody like tell you like, oh, in like 2 years, man, it's gonna. If you're not thinking in you know what I'm saying, futuristically too, think about that. If you're not in futuristic mentality, of course, you know what I'm saying, because even the stock market, you touch my long term, and they be like, yo, listen, like 5 years. They be like 5 years. Think about it. A black person, you telling a black person 5 years when somebody else is telling them mentality.
That's too far ahead right now.
No, I'm not going far ahead. I'm telling you what happens.
No, I'm saying what they're saying. Yeah, what you're saying.
That's too far ahead, especially when you say it to a certain age, and you got this bracket telling them, like, listen, black people are gonna die by the time they and then you're telling
we got no concept of 10 years ahead of us. We got no concept of that. Pensions, nothing of that. We look at it like that's so far away. We think like it's never gonna exist.
Knowledge is all based on, because you see, like my kids, for example, if you bring them a business thing, they look at you, and if you don't come correct, because now that they have the you know what I mean, now that they have the business orchestrated, they have it in their head, they know what's going on because it was taught early. You know what I'm saying? It was taught it, right? Boom. So now when you come at them, they know. If you come at them with the Forex, and they're gonna listen. Or it's up to you is how you teach it for them. So when they start researching and your information doesn't come shish kebab, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen, that shit you told me, I looked it up, and you know what I mean? Now you're talking to somebody who can get to your mental level. Just because they don't know what you know, that means they can't get there. You know, that's another thing I want to.
Yo, we're like there's so much, we're so uneducated on certain things. It's like, yo, it's time to start educating us. Like for instance, yo, I heard people before. I know people that make 100,000 a year, Zim, 100,000 a year, right? Blowing money on like so much materialistic stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you tell them like, yo, look, yo, bro, you buying $5,000 worth of Jordans a year, $5,000 this and that, all this shit that don't mean nothing, right? And I'm like, yo, bro, you know, you could take that same shit. All you gotta do is just don't buy Jordans this year. You're still gonna have a shitload of Jordans because you got over 100 pair already. You could take that same money that you spend every year, knowing you won't spend it on Jordans. Don't spend it on Jordans this year because you're not, you know, Jordans ain't gonna miss you, and you ain't gonna miss the Jordans. You got plenty of them. And take that $5,000 and invest it in something that, in a year's time, it's gonna make you easily anywhere from 50,000 and up, and then go get your Jordans. Like I can't stand this crazy shit with dudes who drive around in an $80,000 car, and it's like, you ain't got a house, you ain't got nothing really, and your bank account is like
listen, he's dead wrong. Somebody like it's all about values, right? Somebody taught him the wrong thing. Somebody taught him materialistically is the value. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, it's like you said, if you're not thinking 10 years ahead, you're gonna get a car first before you get the house. Instead of thinking about futuristic, like, yeah, I'm gonna need somewhere to live soon and get a house because I'm gonna need a family one day.
Jay-Z told you, get the lawyer before you get the chain.
So this is all. Listen, this is all meant. Everything that we talked about, this is all mentality, bro. I'm trying to say that's what I always try to stay on, because my mentality changed. When you do something like we all talking about putting out people's perspectives of things, right? I'm putting out my perspective, my life, my experience out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I talk, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes somebody asks me, like, how you know? Because I went through this. I did that. I did this. It was messed up for me. So I'm telling you, it's just like my kids. I tell you something. So if I tell my kids something and they go do something I didn't tell them to do, is it my fault now? It's not my fault. You feel me? I told you. I put you on. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I see things now. It's a mentality. So it's all about.
Here's the thing, Zim. And this is the problem with black folks. Yo, bro, I just noticed by looking on Facebook, yo, a lot of us these days don't know the difference between the norm and the bubble that we're in. Like, for instance, you got a female out there that be like, yo, for instance, you got black women out there that be like, yo, you still living at home with your mom and this and that, like your mama's boy, right? But mind you, dude's got a good job, between 50 and 100,000 a year. Dude's got good credit, got this and that, right? Now, you take a white boy with the same situation, white girl start dating him, white girl ain't saying that. And then guess what? His bank account is crazy. And all of a sudden, he cop a house happily ever after, married with this female here. But we're taught that, like, oh, you're 25 years old, you still live at home. Like, yo, you're supposed to help your kids. It's your duty to help your kids.
It's true that even like
a fucking fake
even the 18, when they say a child will be 18 years old, they grown, throw them out, or not throw them out, but they're grown, like 18.
Ralph, I'm gonna send you a video after this.
I'll be like 18, grown. Hold on, and I know what they're trying to get at. They're at an age of working. I got that. They're at an age of now they should establish their own type of bank account, taking care of themselves to a certain degree. Why are you under me? I understand.
My homeboy's a nurse, right? And his wife's a nurse. They both moved into their his mom's house. They lived there for a few years. And when they got ready, right? Mind you, he was in his 30s, she was in her 30s. When he got ready, he moved out and bought himself a mansion in the hills. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
And his parents never looked down on him for that because he's Haitian. His parents never looked down because they understood the concept.
Oh, yeah, of course. Listen, so we live in a society where we're raised by age. We're taught at a certain age you can't do this. Like you see your man, he's basically doing that, feeding right into the age system. Like it's like I was told I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? Like if I would have listened to people about when I get to this, till I get to my age, that I wouldn't be able to do certain things physically, or I really believe that I'd be like I probably like a dust mop, bro. Like I can't do nothing. You feel me? I would mentally be there right now. You know what I'm saying? I would mentally. I see my peers that don't think that they're too old to take care of their bodies or whatever. And I'm like, nah, we can still do it. We can still look sharp. We can still, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, your body always did you right? You ain't gonna do
exactly. You know what I mean?
Your body treated you well.
So that's what it is. But society would have, you know what I mean? Society, you know what I mean? Society is playing a big role in how people think. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna send you a video after this.
Yeah, I'm watching video. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's up to us. Like you see me, for example. If you putting out when you putting out kids into society, right? You got to me. We got to try our best because the kids do get older and they pick their own world and they go out there, they do all types of stuff. Things happen. We don't live in a perfect world. But I think the best thing people should like sometimes understand is like what you putting out into society. You know what I'm saying? To like, so they can understand what they're stepping out into. It's like if your kid is about to step out in snow, right? You know to put a snow jacket on, the hat on. You know what I'm saying? Like you prepare that. You know what I'm saying? You put all on that child before they go out in the snow, and that's how this basically has got to be. You gotta let them know it's cold outside. Get dressed, put 2 socks on, and so when they get older, you don't have to say it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because you prepare.
You gotta condition them. They gotta be conditioned for that.
That's how I look. That's how I look at things. We have to understand, because sometimes like it's like a young kid, right? It's like you have a young kid, right? And somebody will call a kid. Somebody would call a young black kid who's 20 years old, right? He's 20 years old. Listen, he's 20.
Mm-hmm.
His mother is hood. He's in the hood. He had no father. And sometimes mothers actually, when they're raising kids, boy or girl that's in the hood, everything hood is out the window. Like when I say hood, you know what I mean by hood? Everything in hood is out the window. What she says to him, how she talks to him, what he sees, and so on and so on. And he grows up the same way. And then he's out in the streets and he's learning from older drug dealers. Oh, this little, you know, he's that deep. I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they raised and they taught him to be a hood dude, right? What he's doing, the situation he's doing is dumb in this society. It's dumb for him because he's going to end up incarcerated, dead, and so on and so on. But he's actually smart. That's why I don't believe in calling people dumb anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why the word dumb is, because dumb is about it's like me and you, what we know about the knowledge we have, and somebody doesn't have the same knowledge as us, but they can get the same knowledge, but we call them dumb because they don't have it. Is that really dumb?
No, you're not dumb. You're not exposed to it. So
you're not exposed to it. So
yo, bro, this is video I want you to see after this. Yo, bro, I don't know. A lot of people watching this might have seen this video already, and you might have seen this video. There was a female barking, going crazy, barking. She was pissed off. She said if a guy takes her on a date, right? The black woman said this. If a guy takes her on a date and uses a credit card, she said that don't count. He owes me another date.
I don't know. I have to see. Did she give a reason? But that's just
her reason is she thinks a credit card. She thinks a credit card is like free money, like the man ain't got to pay it back or something. And this is the mentality she was taught when she don't realize is, on, bro, like people who got money don't care.
That's corny. That's corny. That's corny. Like she's being, you know what I mean? She's being corny. Like the man, it's all about the man paid for the man. Unless he did some shit with like some goddamn Confederate money, with some counterfeit money. I mean, and then you know what I mean. The shit got hot in there. But she shouldn't have been doing that. To me, my opinion is that was corny. She's being a lame. And
what she don't understand is she should be thinking in her head, right? She should be thinking in her head, all right, dude got a credit card, dude got good credit. You know what I'm saying? He's a responsible person, got good credit. As opposed to thinking like, yo, that's like, yo, he didn't have to come out of his pocket, so he was able to swipe it and pay it later. Like, yo, if he keeping his credit straight and up to par, like, this is the bubble she lives in. This is the bubble she lives in. Like, what on earth would make you think that's cheating? Like, yo, he cheated. He cheated. That ain't a coupon. That's a credit card you got.
She bugged out. She
like this. You can't tear that bitch. It's a credit card.
That's a bugged out chick. That's a bugged out chick.
Yeah.
All right, listen. We've been on for listen. We're gonna I'm gonna give my last perspective on the value thing, right? Because I'm really that. I was stuck on it right before we end out, and you give me your last take. Like you told me that would be the perfect woman for you. What man, right? Let me ask you a question. What man do you think that she wouldn't be valuable to? Like what man? Like what? It had to be if 27, between the 27 and say, you know what I mean, 30, you know what I mean, 30, to have procreation, right?
Yeah.
What ways she's still like, because she didn't have we talk about no kids, like she didn't have no kids, like she's, what I mean, there's no baby, you know what I mean? Like women do gain a little weight when they have a baby or so on and so on. I get that part, you know what I mean? I get it. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about what age does she get that a man doesn't look at her with value? Like
what age would be like the start where like maybe like
what would be an age like that's what for him to say that. It's like what age does what is he talking about for him to say that? Like what is that? What is the definition? Like what's going on for him to say what age? You know what I mean? Like I'm looking like what age, bro? Like 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
I mean, we can't really go off on it.
Exactly.
I'm lost where his logic was in that comment.
Okay, all right, but we're on the same page with that. So So you know what I mean? So we'll leave it with that. That's basically was my take. You know what I'm saying? So if you have anything you want to say more, you know what I'm saying? We you know what I mean, before I close it out. And yo, thanks for coming on. I ain't gonna lie, thanks for coming on. Even though the female that come on the panel, it don't matter. I got my you know what I mean? I got my point across, and you know what I'm saying? We got more. Yo, I ain't know. Yo, listen, we're gonna do some things. We're gonna chop it up some more. Because you know you kept me going, to be honest. You kept me going. I ain't even gonna lie. You kept me going.
Holla at me, man. I told you this all the time, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you.
Definitely, man. Yo, I appreciate you having me come on and all that. And yo, check it out. Anybody watching, you know what I'm saying? I got my Instagram page. You know what I'm saying? At the _real_casino on Instagram. You know, gotta plug that in real quick.
Your boy Danzel said, "What up, Danzel? What up, man?
Danzel, what's good, Danzel?
Yo, we in the world, Danzel. You already know we in the world. You see, I got the We in the World t-shirt. I got the We in the World t-shirts out, folks. I'm gonna drop them real soon. Give me time. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy. You know what I'm saying? Why yo? You already know.
Yeah, I definitely gotta grab me one of them shirts real soon. You know what I'm saying?
Bet. So
something's missing in my closet. There's a We in the World shirt, man. So you know.
I got you. We out of here. We in the world, baby.
All right.